Namaste to all. In the previous audio, I made the procedure of doing Brahma Yagya, Sandhya, Upasana. And in the Brahma Yagya, there is a very, very important performance which is called as AGAMARSHANA. We do AGAMARSHANA with 3 Veda mantras from Rigveda. Basically, AGAMARSHANA is discovering the process of the creation of the universe and identifying that Almighty God, none other than that Almighty God, is the creator, sustainer and destroyer of the universe, in an effort to decrease the tendency to commit sins. Because unless and otherwise we understand the power of Almighty God through Veda mantra, we will not be able to control the tendency to do sins. So Agamarshana has to be deeply analyzed. These mantras has to be deeply analyzed, again and again listened. And every day we have to meditate on these mantras to understand that God is the creator of this universe and God has supreme power. And in front of that Almighty God who is omnipresent, if we are doing sins, He will give us punishment. This has to be realized, and then we should strive and try to leave the sins. Om Ritancha Satyancha Bhidha Tapasodhyajayata Tato Ratriyajayata Tatah Samudro Arnavaha. My Acharya always beautifully explains that for Almighty God to create this universe, He needs only 2 things. Number 1, He needs the Prakriti, because this universe is made from Prakriti, which is non-alive matter. And we see this universe as a non-alive universe. So this universe is made from non-alive matter, Prakriti. And also to create the universe, God needs the knowledge to create the universe. So the mantra says, Ritam cha Satyam. Ritam means the knowledge of Vedas, or the cosmic laws which governs everything. That is the knowledge of Vedas which is already within Almighty God. God's knowledge is Vedas. So God has the knowledge to create the universe. And God has Satyam, the Prakriti, which is immortal matter, which never get destroyed. That is the Prakriti. The mantra beautifully says, Tato Ratri Ajayata. That means after every cycle of creation, there follows a grand dissolution of all the created things. This universe gets converted into Prakriti, resulting in total darkness. That is called as Ratri Ajayata. So Almighty God, in the Pralaya stage, only Prakriti is there, Almighty God is there, and God has the knowledge of Vedas, and unlimited Jivatma are also there, which are in Sushupta stage, that means coma-like stage. They are not aware about the Pralaya stage. So God says in this mantra that God creates this universe from the Prakriti with the knowledge of the Vedas. And Tatah Samudro Arnavaha. Actually, here also it says Tapaso. Tapaha means the ultimate power of Almighty God is also called as Tapaha. So God has so much of power, infinite power, and God has the knowledge of the Vedas. With that only God creates this universe. And also God says Samudro Arnavaha. After the Pralaya stage, Tataha Samudro Arnavaha. Tataha means once the Ratri, Maharatri or the Pralaya is over, the cycle of creation begins. And Samudro Arnavaha. Arnavaha means, we can say Paramanu in Sanskrit, Paramanu or Anu. The minute particles which are responsible to get combined to create this universe. Those particles are created out of Prakriti. And how this Prakriti gets converted into universe is also very beautifully described in Sankhya Darshana. So God creates unlimited atomic particles, and then He combines those particles to create this universe. So we have to really understand the secret of creation of universe, because when we just hear out the latest scientists, they speak about Big Bang theory, whereas here Almighty God says Tatah Ratri. There is a period of total darkness. Prakriti is not doing any action. That means there is no movement. Nishchala, there is no movement. There is no movement means there is no heat. Absolute zero temperature. Whereas Big Bang speaks about infinite temperature, everything is inside a point and suddenly some Big Bang happens, etc., which is totally contradicting the knowledge of Almighty God in the Vedas. I think I made you can go to my playlist, and related to science there is a playlist. You can understand more about my other videos on Big Bang, including the latest one which I made about the James Webb Telescope. So God says in the Agamarshana second mantra, Om Samudra Dharnava Dadi Samvatsaro Ajayata Ahoratrani Vidadad Vishwasya Mishato Vashi. Mishato Vashi means actually effortlessly creates. God creates this universe. The Samudra Arnavaha, the agitated, heated particles. Samudra, it is like an ocean. So many particles, they start combining in their own way with the help of power of Almighty God, resulting in the formation of galaxies, stars, planets, luminous bodies, etc., etc., etc. And also they begin to rotate on their own orbits. And this rotation also, we understand, causes the concept of the time as we know today. So the controller of this immense cosmos, he creates this universe as if there is mishato vashi, as if there is no effort needed to create this universe. So that with this kind of information and knowledge, we can understand the power of Almighty God, and also we take sankalp on everyday Brahma Yajna that we will never commit any sins. And the next mantra also gives a beautiful indication. Om Surya Chandra Masaudhata Yata Purvam Kalpayat Divancha Prithivinchanthariksham Mato Swaha. Actually, Kalpa is actually Pralaya stage. Surya Chandra Masaudhata, in this cycle of creation, God created the sun, moon, heaven, earth, sky, everything, galaxy, universe. Heaven does not mean hell and heaven. Heaven here means sky. Everything is created by Almighty God, and all natural elements like air, fire, water, and all the life forms as we know today, God creates exactly as He did created in the past creations. And also as He would do in the future creation. So this universe creation, destruction, creation, destruction, creation, destruction is an eternal cycle. And everything what we see in this creation will also exist in the future creations. Everything what we see in this creation already existed in the previous creation. So it is a total cycle. That's the knowledge God is giving in these mantras. So by chanting these mantras, we realize the infinite power of Almighty God, and we realize the laws of the universe, laws of the Almighty God, unchangeable laws. Ritam cha satyam. Ritam means Vedic laws. And then we also take sankalp every day that we will leave the sins. We will never commit any sins. Sins are those which are against Vedas. So first of all, we have to understand the Vedas knowledge to understand which is a sin, which is not a sin. People think that going to temple is a pious deed, whereas going to temple to worship idol is a sin as per Vedas. So we have to understand what is sin, what is not sin by understanding the Vedas. And that is the secret of Brahma Yajna. You can find this video in the playlist under Brahma Yajna. You can find all the related videos related to Brahma Yajna under my playlist. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.